Tēnā koutou katoa, and welcome to the FMA's tutorial on the Financial Advice Provider Transitional License Application Form. The application covered in this tutorial is based on the business structure where Reliance Advice will be applying as the FAP licence holder. Under their licence, they will engage two authorised bodies, MCAP Advice, who has two financial advisors and provide advice to their owned clients, and On-Q Advice, who has four financial advisors. They will also provide advice to their own clients. As the licence holder, Reliance Advice is responsible for the oversight of their authorised bodies. To begin the process, you'll need to log in to RealMe. We use RealMe to authenticate your login to the FMA system. If you don't have a RealMe login, you must create one. When you first log in to the FMA system, you will be asked to create an account profile. This includes providing your full name, your email address, and your contact telephone numbers. This is the main menu for all of the FMA's online services. To get started on your transitional license application, click on Apply for a License. The first step is to enter the FSP number of the applicant. Our system validates the FSP number and pre-populates the name of the applicant and their New Zealand business number where relevant. When applying for a licence in the name of an entity, we ask you to confirm that you have authorisation to submit the application on behalf of that entity. You are able to access help text by clicking on the grey question mark icon. This help text is available throughout the application form. If you have completed your FSP registration correctly, you will be able to see a link to the FAP Transitional License application. If you don't see this option, you haven't selected the correct service on the FSPR, and you will need to update your registration before you proceed. It takes 24 hours for the FMA system to update from the FSPR, so it's best to have completed this step before logging into our system. On this page, there are instructions on how to navigate through the form. You can open the Transitional License Guide at any time during your application by clicking on the highlighted link. This link appears on all pages of the application form. If you're applying as an entity, we will ask you for information which will determine what questions you will see in the form. You are now ready to start your application by clicking on the green button that says Start New Transitional FAP License Application. This will take you to the Applicant Details page, where we ask you what services you provide. You must pick at least one option. We also ask you what products you provide. Again, you must choose at least one option. You then need to tell us the approximate number of advisors you intend to engage. This includes financial advisors and nominated representatives. You also need to tell us whether you provide digital advice. We ask if you will provide advice on behalf of another licence holder. For example, if Reliance Advice were to provide insurance advice on behalf of MCAP to MCAP's clients, they would respond yes to this question. Or if you're a call centre and the call centre staff provide advice to another FAP's clients. This doesn't include referrals. If another FAP refers clients to you and you provide advice in your own name, you are not providing advice on behalf of another licence holder, and you would answer no to this question. We also ask if another FAP will provide advice on your behalf. For example, if Reliance Advice wanted MCAP Advice to provide investment planning services to their clients on behalf of Reliance Advice, they would select yes to this question. If you say yes to this question, we will ask for additional information to identify the FAP you will engage to provide advice on your behalf to your clients. If you will have authorised bodies under your licence, you will need to provide the FSP number. We will validate that they have registered for the correct service on the FSPR. Before proceeding, you will need to confirm that your authorised body details are correct. We then ask the same information of your authorised body as we do of you, the applicant. After completing the application questions, you can add another authorised body by clicking on the green button at the bottom of the page. Now that we have finished the authorised body section for MCAP advice, we will also respond to the same questions for on-cue advice. Once we have completed this, we will select Continue to move on to the next section. In this section, there are 6 questions, which ask about criminal convictions and regulatory action relating to the directors and senior managers of the business. If you answer yes to any of these questions, a free text box will appear for you to provide further details. It is very important that you read each question carefully and answer truthfully. Because we are completing this tutorial application on behalf of Reliance Advice, these questions pertain to the directors and senior managers of that company. You will be asked these same questions if you are applying for a licence as an individual. These 3 questions relate specifically to the business and any authorised bodies. You need to provide a response for the applicant and each authorised body named on the application. All email correspondence regarding your application will be sent to the applicant's email address as registered on the FSPR. You can also nominate an additional email address to be copied into correspondence, for example, an office manager. The summary page allows you to review all your answers prior to submitting your application. At this point, you are still able to go back and correct your answers. Once your application is submitted, you are not able to correct your answers. The declaration page is very important. This is where you are required to declare that the information provided on your application is true and correct. Read this page carefully, then tick the box to make your declaration. Before paying and submitting your application, you must agree to the terms and conditions of payment by ticking the box at the bottom of the form. There is a link on this page to the FMA's online payment terms and conditions, which is highlighted on the screen. There are 2 payment options to choose from: credit or debit card payment and real-time debit through your bank account. These options are explained fully in our licensing guide. In this tutorial, we have chosen to pay by credit card. You won't be charged a surcharge if you choose to pay by credit card. Once you've pressed pay, you have submitted your application to the FMA. This page confirms the submission of your application form. You will also receive an automated email acknowledgement from the FMA to confirm the receipt of your application. This screen also provides instructions on how to download PDF copies of your application form and payment invoice. This is the main menu screen where you can access copies of your draft forms, submitted forms, invoices, or update your profile. To access your submitted application form and invoice, select the link to the Transitional License application under My Submitted Forms. Here you can download and print a copy of your application by selecting the PDF icon. Likewise, you can access your invoice by selecting the Payments tab. A PDF copy of your invoice will appear. Select the link to access this document. From here, we'll go back to the main menu before logging off. Thank you for taking the time to review our transitional licensing tutorial. We also encourage you to sign up for the FMA updates and refer to our website for helpful information. Ngā mihi.